The great chamber of the Galactic Union thrummed with quiet anticipation as representatives from hundreds of star systems gathered under the colossal dome. Beings of every imaginable shape and form swirled like a living tapestry tentacles. Scales, shimmering exoskeletons, and translucent wings catching the soft light. At the center of the hall, the raised dais awaited the arrival of Earth's delegation. For centuries, Earth had been a whispered legend, one of the last holdouts of a species that had just barely reached the stars. Its admission to the Union had been a political formality, a gesture more than a recognition of any real power. The other delegates had been prepared for a spectacle of quaint primitives. The doors at the far end slid open with a hiss. The humans stepped forward. Dressed in simple uniforms, their expressions steady but wary. The Terran delegation carried no weapons, no gadgets flashing with alien technology. Their ambassador, a woman named Lena Hart, moved with quiet dignity. She scanned the sea of unfamiliar faces without flinching. A ripple of whispers passed through the crowd. Many species regarded Earth's representatives with mild amusement. A towering Threx warrior tilted his head and exchanged a knowing look with his companion. A pair of Varn diplomats chuckled softly, their voices a strange melodic hum. "Look at them," the Varn whispered, barely out of their caves. Lena felt their gaze, but said nothing. Instead, she delivered the opening speech with calm resolve. "Honored leaders of the Galactic Union," she began, her voice clear and steady. "We come not as conquerors or diplomats versed in your ancient customs, but as learners observers eager to find our place among the stars." The Union's council speaker, a glimmering entity known only as Zal Thriss, responded with a formal welcome. "Earth's admission is a late but welcome addition to our community. May your species grow beyond your youthful challenges." Lena's eyes flicked to the array of high-tech displays around the chamber maps of star routes, war history timelines, and diplomatic treaties. Earth was the youngest, the least advanced, the most fragile member present. It was a harsh truth, but she accepted it. As the ceremony drew to a close, the assembly dispersed, and delegates mingled in vast halls illuminated by ambient starlight. Humans remained in small clusters, quietly taking notes and exchanging observations. Later, in a private meeting room lined with holographic star charts, Lena met with her top advisors. "We knew they'd underestimate us," she said softly, "but I think they don't understand how patient we've been." Her chief intelligence officer, a wiry man named Rami, nodded grimly. "Let them laugh. They don't know what's hidden beneath our surface." Below Earth's polished diplomatic front lay a web of secrets. Cloaked space stations orbiting beyond the gaze of Union sensors. Fleets of AI warships drifting silently in the Kuiper Belt. Soldiers trained in zero-gravity combat, enhanced by bioengineering that pushed human limits. All of it carefully concealed to avoid premature alarm. Humanity was a seed, waiting for the right moment to bloom. Back on the surface of Earth, millions watched the live transmission. Most saw a humble people, new to galactic politics. Few suspected the storm gathering beneath. In a control room deep under the Pacific Ocean, behind layers of reinforced steel and quantum encryption, Earth's High Command monitored the Union's reaction. A countdown ticked silently on the main display. 72 hours. Lena stood before it, her face illuminated by the soft glow. "Let them underestimate us," she murmured. "Let them think we're weak. Because in less than 3 days, Earth would show the galaxy the truth." Outside the Union chamber, not all were convinced by Earth's meekness. A Kurthuri warlord, known for his brutal campaigns on the fringe worlds, sneered at the news. "Primitive. Earth," he spat. "They hide nothing but weakness. I will test their resolve soon enough." His words rippled through the underworld networks, stirring fear and curiosity. Yet, no one knew that the quiet human species was already preparing. In a secret orbital facility, far beyond Union patrols, Earth's hidden fleet stirred to life. Silent engines hummed, and cold steel warships detached from their hangars, disappearing into the dark expanse. This was not the Earth the galaxy had been told about. Back at the Union's assembly hall, the afterglow of the ceremony faded, replaced by new questions and uneasy glances. The galaxy's leaders had underestimated Earth, and that would be their first mistake. Because humanity was patient, and when they revealed themselves, the stars would never be the same again. The Galactic Union's grand chamber had emptied, but in the shadowed corners of the galaxy, Earth's true work had only just begun. While the diplomats played their roles on the stage of interstellar politics, deep beneath Earth's surface and far beyond its orbit, a web of secrets unfurled, an arsenal so vast and advanced it would make the Union's most powerful fleets seem like children's toys. At the heart of this clandestine network was Prometheus Station, a sprawling orbital facility cloaked by layers of gravitational distortion and advanced stealth tech. From here, Earth's AI-driven fleets were born silent, relentless, and nearly impossible to detect. Inside Prometheus, Dr. Mei Ling oversaw the final calibrations of a new generation of war drones machines capable of self-repair, rapid adaptation, and precision strikes across vast distances. "We're ready," Mei Ling told her team, her voice steady despite the gravity of their work. Once deployed, they'll reshape every engagement in the galaxy. On Earth's surface, the public continued their lives unaware. Schools, cities, and markets buzzed with routine, while government agents monitored alien broadcasts, decoding every nuance of Union politics and military advancements. The true strength of humanity, however, lay in the shadows. Far from Earth, in the dark stretches of the Kuiper Belt, a fleet of human warships lay dormant. Their hulls were blacker than void, lined with adaptive camouflage that bent light and energy fields around them. Captain Arjun Rue, commander of the stealth fleet Shadow's Edge, stood on his bridge, eyes fixed on the holographic display. "Enemy activity near the Orion sector is increasing," Rao reported. "Recon drones show Threx patrols scanning for signs of new fleets." He tapped a control panel. "They're looking for us, but we won't be found." A faint smile curved his lips. "They think Earth is defenseless." The Shadow's Edge and its sister ships were the vanguard of Earth's hidden power fast. Lethal and backed by AI systems with the precision of 1,000 human minds. Back in the Union's central worlds, rumors began to circulate. A Cretheri warlord had reported the sudden disappearance of a patrol squadron near the Outer Rim. Ships vanished without distress signals, without debris. The Union's investigators were baffled. Some suspected space pirates. Others whispered of human involvement. Union intelligence dispatched envoys to probe Earth's defenses, but their efforts yielded nothing. Every sensor sweep, every signal probe returned blank. The humans had mastered concealment on a scale no other species had attempted. On Earth, the High Command Situation Room was a hive of controlled urgency. Screens displayed live feeds from orbital platforms, encrypted transmissions, and star charts mapping known Union movements. General Naomi Castillo, Earth's military leader, addressed her team. "We've been invisible for too long. Our technology is no longer just a secret, it's a weapon." She paused, eyes scanning the room. "If the Union tries to contain us, we will respond. But not as they expect." Her voice was low, yet filled with an unshakable confidence. "We will not declare war, but we will defend our sovereignty with overwhelming force." Deep within Earth's research centers, scientists pushed the boundaries of physics. Projects once thought impossible: dimensional folding, temporal manipulation, and quantum entanglement weaponry were becoming reality. Dr. Aaron Wells, lead physicist on the Kronos project, monitored a spatial rift experiment. "We're close," he murmured. "If we can stabilize the rift, we could disable enemy fleets before they even reach our borders." His assistant, a young prodigy named Hana, watched in awe as the machine hummed to life, bending space itself into a shimmering loop. "Imagine," Hana said, "a battle where the enemy never sees us coming." Meanwhile, on the political front, Earth's ambassadors maintained their facade of humility. To the Union, they appeared cautious, curious, even slightly intimidated by the galaxy's vastness. But beneath the surface, Earth was anything but. In encrypted channels, Lena Hart relayed updates to the High Command. "They dismiss us as primitive, but we watch every move," she said. Her fingers hovered over a console displaying intercepted communications between Union leaders. "They're planning. Soon, they'll make their move." Her eyes narrowed. "We need to be ready." In the outer reaches, a small group of mercenaries stumbled upon a wreckage unlike any other, an Earth stealth drone, destroyed but barely damaged. Their ship's sensors struggled to decode its technology. "We should sell this to the highest bidder," one said. But another shook his head. "I think this changes everything. Earth's not what we thought." News of the drone's discovery quickly reached the Union's council, fueling speculation and fear. Earth's reputation began to shift from naive newcomer to potential threat. Back on Prometheus Station, Dr. Mei Ling received a secure message. The Varel 3 outpost reports hostile activity. They've activated defense protocols. She frowned. Varel 3 was a remote scientific research station, officially unarmed. Yet Earth's hidden defenses were already mobilizing. "Prepare the fleet," Mei Ling ordered. "We move at dawn." As the galaxy continued its uneasy dance of diplomacy, Earth quietly prepared its revelation. The Union's leaders believed humanity was a fledgling species, yet they had no idea that beneath the veil of innocence, Earth had become a sleeping giant. And when the time came, that giant would awaken with a power no one had ever seen. Varel 3 was supposed to be a quiet scientific outpost on the fringe of Union space, an unremarkable rock circling a cold star. Its primary mission was geological surveying and atmospheric analysis, nothing more. That was the official story. But when the Korthiri warlord's fleet descended with blinding speed, intent on seizing the station and its data, Varel 3's silence shattered. Captain Mira Kwan, commander of the outpost's small security team, stared out at the black void, where enemy ships appeared like shadows against the stars. "Korthiri fleet is closing fast," the comm officer reported. No prior warning. Kwan's jaw tightened. The outpost was lightly armed, barely enough to defend against pirates, much less a full-scale military strike. "We're not defenseless," she said. With a few taps, she triggered the station's covert failsafe, the terraforming defense protocols. What was meant to reshape barren worlds in decades could, if unleashed now, vaporize fleets in minutes. Outside, the Korthiri warlord's flagship opened fire, expecting an easy victory. Instead, the outpost vanished from sensors. Confused, the enemy ship scrambled to relocate. Varel 3. But the station's automated drone swarms sprang from hidden bay sleek machines no bigger than a human fist, equipped with kinetic disruptors and adaptive armor. Within seconds, the drones shredded the lead cruiser's shields and tore through its hull. The Korthiri fleet reeled. Orders to retreat or regroup never came. Their command network crumbled under precise cyber attacks launched by Earth's AI guardians. The battle lasted just 23 minutes. When the dust settled, the Korthiri fleet lay in ruins, drifting wreckage silently floating in the void. Back at Union headquarters, the shock was immediate. Ambassadors gathered in the central chamber, faces pale and eyes wide. "How could?" Earth, one Varn diplomat began, voice trembling. "Those defenses should not exist," another said. "Our scan showed no armaments." Lena Hart sat calmly among her delegation, listening to the growing uproar. When called upon, she stood and addressed the assembly. The protocols at Virel 3 were deployed in self-defense. We regret any loss of life, but will not apologize for protecting our own. Her words were measured, diplomatic, but beneath them lay an unmistakable warning. Behind the scenes, the Council's top investigators launched a thorough inquiry. Teams were sent to Virel 3 to survey the wreckage, collect data, and understand the technology. What they found was disturbing. The station's weaponry and drones operated on principles that defied known physics energy conversion efficiencies off the charts. Quantum encryption layers no Union AI could crack. More unnerving was the precision. Every strike was surgical, designed to disable without unnecessary collateral damage. The message was clear. Earth had no intention of escalating conflict, but would stop anyone threatening its sovereignty without hesitation. In a secured chamber on Earth, General Naomi Castillo reviewed the reports. "We don't hide our strength to invite war," she said to her staff. "We hide it to prevent it." But Virel 3 changes everything, an aide warned. "The Union won't ignore this," Castillo nodded. "Let them think we're reckless. It will keep them guessing." She tapped a holoscreen, displaying images of shattered enemy ships. "We're ready for the next move." Meanwhile, whispers of Earth's true power spread like wildfire across the Union. Smugglers, mercenaries, even scientists began speculating. What else was Earth hiding? How long had humanity been gathering this strength? The Cthulhu warlord, humiliated and enraged, vowed revenge. His fleets grew restless, and skirmishes near Union borders became more frequent. Yet none dared challenge Earth directly. On Virel 3, Captain Mira Kwan stood before her crew, the adrenaline fading but the gravity sinking in. "We showed them Earth doesn't back down," she said quietly. "But this is just the beginning." Her eyes drifted toward the starry horizon. Somewhere out there, the galaxy had noticed. And Earth's reckoning was on its way. That night, in the quiet of Earth's command centers, Lena Hart prepared her final message for the Union. "We come with strength hidden, yes," she typed, "but also with hope. The galaxy has much to learn from humanity's resilience and our willingness to defend it." She hesitated, then added, "Underestimate us at your own peril." As the message transmitted, a new chapter in galactic history was opening one, where Earth was no longer the weakling, but a power to be reckoned with. The ruins lay buried beneath layers of dust and time, half forgotten on the distant planet Vesher-9. Union archaeologists had uncovered them during a routine excavation, expecting to find relics of a minor civilization. Instead, they found something that would shake the galaxy to its core. The carvings on the stone walls bore unmistakable signs, symbols, and glyphs eerily similar to human writing. Yet these ruins were dated to nearly 2 million years ago, long before humans had even evolved. Dr. Salim Var, lead archaeologist, ran his fingers over the etched stone. This can't be human?" His assistant, a young researcher named Yara, studied the glyphs through a translator holo. "Either these are precursors to our alphabet, or we've misread history completely." News of the discovery spread quickly. The Union's council convened an emergency session to assess the implications. Lena Hart watched the reports from Earth's embassy with a cold focus. The revelation of ancient human-like ruins challenged everything the Union thought it knew about Earth's place in the galaxy. Could this be the reason Earth is so secretive? Lena mused aloud to her advisors. "If we're the descendants of an ancient lost civilization... It changes the narrative entirely." Her tone was calm, but carried an edge of excitement. Across the galaxy, scholars debated fiercely. Some claimed Earth was a remnant of a forgotten godlike race, the progenitors, whose Knowledge and technology had been scattered and lost over millennia. Others dismissed it as coincidence or forgery. The Varn Collective, known for their rationalism, demanded proof. The Chthori warlord, however, saw the discovery as a threat to his dominance. An ancient power rising again, he snarled in a private meeting with his commanders. We can't allow Earth to rewrite history or challenge the old order. Meanwhile, on Earth, Dr. Meiling studied fragments of the ancient glyphs sent through secure channels. Her lab hummed with activity as scientists worked to decipher not just language, but encoded technology embedded in the symbols. This isn't just writing, May explained during a briefing. It's a blueprint, a map of knowledge left by those who came before us. The discovery included references to a mysterious group known only as the Ascendance, beings of unimaginable power who once ruled the stars and vanished after a cataclysmic event. Warnings, May said, eyes flickering with concern. The Ascendants may return. The Council's unease deepened. Whispers spread through the corridors of power. If humans were descendants of the progenitors, what else were they hiding? Could Earth's rapid technological growth be tied to lost descendant knowledge? Union leaders debated options. Should they engage Earth with suspicion or seek an alliance against a potentially greater cosmic threat? Back in the shadowed halls of Earth's government, Lena convened a private council. We must control the narrative, she said firmly. Let the galaxy wonder. Let them fear. But above all, let them respect us. Her gaze swept the room. The Ascendants are not just legend. We have the means to face whatever comes, but we cannot reveal everything. Not yet. Her advisors nodded. Plans were drawn to safeguard Earth's secrets while preparing for the inevitable scrutiny. As the political chess game unfolded, explorers ventured to Vesher 9 again, uncovering more ruins. Colossal statues, star maps etched in obsidian, and artifacts pulsing with dormant energy. Among them was a star chart depicting a route to a hidden region of Space One unmarked on any current map. A young explorer whispered in awe, "Could this be where the Ascendants went?" In the Union Council chamber, tensions reached a boiling point. A fiery speech by the Vaughn ambassador accused Earth of deception and warned of a potential threat to galactic peace. But the Terran ambassador stood firm. We seek only coexistence, Lena declared. Our past is complex, our future uncertain. But Earth will not be judged by fear or old prejudices. Her words echoed through the chamber, met by a mix of applause and uneasy silence. Outside the political arena, the Chthori warlord prepared his forces for war. If Earth hides ancient power, he vowed, we will find it and crush it. Yet, even he could not deny the growing respect and fear that humanity commanded. Back on Earth, Dr. Mei Ling returned to her lab late at night, staring at the glyphs glowing softly on her holoscreen. The past is awakening, she whispered. And so are we. The galaxy had glimpsed Earth's true history, a history woven with mystery, power, and a shadowy legacy that could change everything. But beneath the surface, the real battle was just beginning. The Galactic Union's towering citadel buzzed with tension as representatives from every star system convened once more. The discovery of the ancient ruins on Vesher 9, bearing uncanny links to humanity, had fractured alliances and sparked fierce debate. In the Grand Chamber, beneath the colossal star map that charted the Union's domains, the High Council prepared to deliver an ultimatum to Earth. Ambassador Zal Thriss, the Council speaker, addressed the Assembly with a tone heavier than ever before. Humanity's concealment of advanced weaponry and ties to ancient powers jeopardizes the fragile peace we have built. The Council demands full disclosure of Earth's military capabilities and intentions. The chamber erupted into murmurs, some angry, some fearful. On Earth, Lena Hart received the Council's message with a calm that belied the storm it promised. "The Union wants answers," she told her closest advisors. "We give them one chance to understand us on our terms." Her fingers danced across the console as she prepared a transmission. Elsewhere, across the galaxy, the Krathri warlords. Fleets assembled near the border systems, ready to capitalize on the brewing crisis. "We strike if Earth resists," he growled. "Show the galaxy that they are not invincible." In a secret chamber beneath Earth's capital, General Naomi Castillo convened with the military high command. "The Council's ultimatum is a trap," she said bluntly. "They want to weaken us, to force us to reveal more than we're ready to give." Her gaze hardened. "We'll respond, not with submission, but with strength." The day of Earth's reply arrived. Across the Union's networks, every planet tuned in as Lena's voice filled the void, steady, dignified, resolute. "Leaders of the Galactic Union," she began, "Earth stands at a crossroads. We understand your fears, born of centuries of conflict and mistrust. But know this, our power is not a threat to peace. It is its guardian." Her words painted a vision of a galaxy where cooperation was built on respect, not domination. Yet, should that respect be denied, Earth will defend its sovereignty with overwhelming force. As the transmission ended, silence fell over the galaxy. The Council's leaders exchanged uncertain glances. No species had ever responded to an ultimatum with such boldness. Behind the scenes, Earth's hidden fleets readied for deployment. Captain Arjun Rua on the Shadow's Edge received final orders. Maintain readiness. Show the Union the cost of underestimation. The Union's Council called for emergency war games and defensive mobilizations. Border worlds braced for possible conflict. Markets fluctuated, and political factions jockeyed for position. Lena met with her advisors again. "We've sent a message," she said. "Now we wait for the galaxy's response." Her gaze lingered on the holographic star map. They have a choice, to ally with a rising power or to face the consequences of their fear. Meanwhile, the Krathri warlord made his move. His fleet surged toward a disputed sector near Earth's borders, testing defenses with swift strikes. But Earth's response was swift and precise. Stealth drones intercepted enemy vessels, disabling their engines and communications. AI warships moved like shadows, striking only to incapacitate. The message was unmistakable. Earth's wrath would be calculated but relentless. In the Union Council, debate raged. Some urged negotiation, fearing full-scale war. Others pressed for sanctions and military action. Amid the uncertainty, an unexpected voice rose. Ambassador Valon of the Varn Collective. "We must seek dialogue," Valon implored. "Earth's rise may herald a new era. Let us not doom ourselves to endless conflict by clinging to old fears." Lena's eyes brightened as she watched the message. The possibility of peace remained, but only if the Union could overcome its mistrust. As tensions simmered, Earth continued its secret preparations. The true extent of its power remained hidden, an ace yet to be played. And the galaxy waited, caught between fear and hope, on the edge of a new dawn. The polished halls of the Galactic Union's Peace Pavilion gleamed under artificial sunlight, a neutral ground chosen for the historic summit. Representatives from Earth and the Union's most powerful factions assembled with heavy hearts and sharpened minds. The galaxy held its breath. Lena Hart arrived, her presence calm yet commanding. She had spent countless hours preparing for this moment, knowing the fragile line between peace and war hung on every word. Opposite her sat Ambassador Zal Thriss, flanked by Union leaders whose faces bore the weight of uncertainty. The air was thick with unspoken threats and cautious hope. "Let us begin," Zal Thriss said formally. "Earth's revelation has shaken the foundations of the Union. We seek assurances that your military advancements are not intended for conquest. Lena met his gaze steadily. Our strength is a shield, not a sword. We do not seek dominion, but respect and coexistence. The galaxy has much to gain from peace, much to lose from conflict. As talks commenced, subtle moves unfolded beneath the diplomatic veneer. Captain Arjun Rao, stationed aboard the Shadow's Edge near the negotiation zone, monitored every communication. His fleet remained cloaked, ready to act on moment's notice. In a quiet corner of the pavilion, General Naomi Castillo met with her security chiefs. "We cannot allow these talks to lull us into complacency," she said sharply. "The Union's fleets are on high alert. Any sign of duplicity, and we respond decisively." Meanwhile, within the Union delegation, tension simmered. The Crotheri ambassador, a towering figure with eyes like burning coal, whispered harsh words to his aides. The humans grow bold. They must be tested. Yet others urged caution. Ambassador Veilon of the Varn Collective spoke softly to his peers. "Peace requires trust, not fear. Let us not squander this opportunity." Hours stretched into days. The negotiations alternated between progress and setbacks. Earth agreed to share limited technology data under strict conditions, while the Union promised to lift certain trade restrictions and recognize Earth's sovereignty. But deep suspicions lingered on both sides. The Union demanded inspections of Earth's military installations, a request Earth reluctantly considered. During a recess, Lena met secretly with Ambassador Veilon. "You understand," she said, "that Earth's hidden strength is not just military, but cultural resilience, our willingness to endure and adapt." Veilon nodded thoughtfully. "It is that spirit the galaxy must respect. Perhaps your people's true power lies not only in weapons, but in the hope you inspire." Their conversation ended with a cautious agreement, a joint task force to oversee technology exchanges and build trust. Yet the Crotheri warlord remained restless. In the shadows of the pavilion, his agents attempted covert operations to sabotage the talks, sending encrypted messages to Earth's enemies, stirring unrest on border worlds. Captain Rao intercepted a transmission. "They're trying to fracture our alliance," he warned General Castillo. "We must be vigilant." On the final day of talks, the Council issued a joint declaration. The Galactic Union and Earth pledged to pursue peaceful coexistence and mutual advancement. Differences will be addressed through dialogue, not warfare. Applause echoed through the chamber, but behind the smiles, many knew the peace was tenuous. As Lena prepared to leave, she looked out at the stars glittering beyond the pavilions. "Windows, we have bought time," she told her team. "Time to strengthen, to prepare," General Castillo agreed. Peace is a battle fought in shadows as much as on battlefields. Back on Earth, scientists resumed work, decoding the Ascendant's technology, seeking breakthroughs that might tip the scales. Dr. Mei Ling stood before a glowing artifact, her mind racing. If the Ascendants truly vanished, why left there? Secrets? And what if they return? The galaxy had chosen dialogue over destruction for now. But beneath the fragile accords, old rivalries and new ambitions churned, threatening to ignite once more. Earth had revealed its power and faced the galaxy's scrutiny. The question remained, was the galaxy ready for what came next? The silent depths of Vesher-9 hid more than crumbled ruins. Beneath the planet's crust, dormant machines stirred, a whisper of ancient power awakening after millennia. Dr. Mei Ling stood before the obsidian monolith, its surface alive with faint pulses of blue light. The artifact, uncovered months ago during the archaeological dig, had defied all attempts at analysis until now. "We're detecting energy fluctuations," Mei told her team. "Something is activating ... But why?" Back on Earth, the news. of the artifact's awakening sent ripples through command centers. General Naomi Castillo convened an emergency meeting. "If this is Ascendant technology coming back online," she said grimly, "we must be prepared for anything." The Ascendants, the ancient progenitors referenced in the ruins, were said to wield powers beyond comprehension. Their legacy was a double-edged sword, potential salvation or catastrophe. Meanwhile, in the Galactic Union, news of the awakening spread like wildfire. The Council's peace was tested by fear and speculation. Ambassador Zalthris summoned an urgent session. Earth's secrets deepen. "We must demand transparency on this Ascendant technology." Lena Hart replied through secure channels. "We will share knowledge as we understand it. But this power is not ours to command lightly." On Vesher 9, scientists observed the monolith's light intensify, resonating with the planet's magnetic field. Suddenly, a shock wave rippled through the atmosphere, disrupting communications and sending seismic tremors across the surface. Explorers reported strange phenomena: flickering stars, sudden bursts of energy, and whispers in the static of their coms. "Something is awakening," whispered Yara, the young researcher, "and it's reaching out." Across the galaxy, the Krathari warlord seized the moment. His fleets pushed deeper into disputed space, seeking to exploit the unrest and claim the Ascendant's secrets for himself. But Earth's response was swift. Fleets moved to intercept, and advanced sensors scanned for unusual activity. Captain Arjun Rowe aboard the Shadow's Edge led patrols into the Vesher system. "We can't let these ruins fall into hostile hands," he said. "The Ascendant's power must not be weaponized." Back on Earth, May and her team worked tirelessly to decode the monolith signals. Their breakthroughs revealed an embedded star map pointing toward hidden Ascendant outposts scattered across uncharted space. "This could be a network," May explained. "A web of ancient technology waiting to be reactivated." The implications were staggering. Control over this network could shift the balance of power in the galaxy. The Galactic Union debated. Some urged cautious exploration. Others demanded the outpost be neutralized to prevent misuse. Ambassador Veilon proposed a joint task force to investigate, an unprecedented move toward cooperation. Lena considered the offer carefully. "We will join, but on Earth's terms," she said. "Our technology and history are intertwined with the Ascendants. We cannot allow outsiders to exploit what we barely understand." As the joint task force prepared to launch, tension simmered. The Krathari warlord plotted sabotage. A covert strike team attempted to infiltrate Earth's research facilities, aiming to steal Ascendant data. General Castillo's security forces foiled the attack, capturing several operatives. "This war is no longer just political," Castillo warned. "It is becoming personal." In the final moments before deployment, Lena addressed the task force. "We stand on the edge of discovery and danger. The Ascendant's legacy is a beacon and a warning. We must proceed with caution, courage, and unity." Her voice resonated across the assembly. As the fleet slipped through hyperspace toward the hidden outposts, the galaxy held its breath. Ancient power was stirring. Alliances would be tested. The future of humanity and the Union would be shaped by what they found next. The Joint Task Force fleet glided through hyperspace toward the coordinates revealed by the ancient star map. A network of long-forgotten Ascendant outposts scattered across the uncharted void. The silence aboard the flagship was thick with tension and anticipation. Captain Arjun Rowe stood on the bridge, eyes fixed on the shimmering portal ahead. "This is it," he said softly. "What we find here will change everything." Emerging from hyperspace, the fleet entered a hidden system, its stars dimmed by colossal structures that dwarfed even the largest starships. The outposts were vast, monolithic, ancient, but pulsating with faint energy. The Ascendant technology was real, It was alive. Exploration teams dispatched from Earth, and the Union specialists began scanning the ruins. Dr. May Ling led a squad inside the largest outpost, a labyrinth of shifting corridors and glowing glyphs. "This place is a repository," May whispered. "A library of knowledge and power." As they ventured deeper, holographic archives activated, projecting images of the Ascendant civilization, starfaring architects of peace and destruction, who vanished after a cosmic catastrophe. Suddenly, the facility shuddered. The team realized the outpost was not merely passive, it was a sentient guardian, testing their worthiness. Systems flickered, corridors reconfigured, and a voice echoed through the chamber, ancient, calm, and commanding. "Who seeks the legacy of the Ascendants?" Lena Hart's voice came through the comms. "We seek understanding and coexistence." The Guardian posed trials riddles of morality, courage, and unity. The teams faced simulations that challenged their fears and prejudices. Only through cooperation could they progress, proving humanity and the Union worthy of the Ascendant. Knowledge. Meanwhile, tension simmered outside. The Cretheri warlord's fleet had followed the task force in secret, intent on seizing the outpost by force. A fierce battle erupted in orbit, plasma bolts and energy shields clashing in a dazzling display of strategy and firepower. Captain Rue commanded Earth's fleet with precision, using the outpost's own defenses to repel the invaders. Back inside, the trials concluded. The Guardian deemed the combined forces worthy, unlocking the full archive's vast stores of technology and wisdom lost for eons. Lena stood before the holographic council of Ascendants, their ethereal forms shining with quiet authority. "You carry our legacy," the voice intoned. "Use it wisely. The future of the galaxy depends on unity, not division." With this blessing, Earth and the Galactic Union forged a new alliance, a coalition, dedicated to preserving peace and exploring the Ascendant legacy together. The Cretheri warlord's defeat marked the end of old rivalries. Though wary, even he agreed to a fragile ceasefire, recognizing Earth's overwhelming power and a new galactic order. Back on Earth, Lena addressed the world. "We have faced our past, embraced our power, and chosen a future of hope. The Ascendant's legacy is now ours to protect." Her words inspired a galaxy scarred by conflict to envision a new dawn, one where humanity was no longer the underdog, but a beacon of strength and unity. The stars, once silent witnesses, now echoed with the promise of a united galaxy ready to face whatever mysteries and challenges awaited. Earth had revealed its true power, not through conquest, but through courage, wisdom, and the strength to unite. The galaxy would never be the same. The end.